Hi, I'm Liz Schrum of the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Brought to you by Grant Thornton, White Hirschbeck Dudek, Madison Gas and Electric, and the University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee. On today's show, Tom Still, in his commentary, talks about the entrepreneurial valley of death. And Kurt Bauer, who previously led the Wisconsin Bankers Association and is now president of Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce, talks about how WMC views the legislative session. I'll be right back with the WisBusiness.com stock report for early May 2011.
What has made Grant Thornton one of the largest accounting organizations in the world, with resources in more than 100 countries worldwide? Is it their global capabilities, or is it their passion for how they serve their clients? Grant Thornton.
And now, here's the WisBusiness.com stock report for early May 2011. Rising, Telecom Reform. Two legislative committees held hearings last week on a bill to modernize laws governing telecommunications in Wisconsin. Supporters say the bill would transform Wisconsin's law from its rotary dial past to a broadband future, inviting more investment by competing companies in the latest technologies. It is a special session bill which enhances chances for passage. And falling, state energy conservation efforts. The Focus on Energy program is under attack by majority Republican lawmakers. The GOP-run Joint Finance Committee votes to repeal a measure that would have required utilities to boost their contributions to the energy efficiency program. The move by the budget writing panel requires $120 million in contributions for the current year before reverting to $100 million in subsequent years. A utility watchdog group and environmentalists say the cut will mean higher energy bills for homeowners and businesses. But Republicans say businesses should be able to make their own choices on how to save on energy costs. That's the WisBusiness.com stock report. Go to WisBusiness.com for more on these and other stories. And now, here's Tom Still with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
Here's a quick geography quiz. Where is the Valley of Death located? A, someplace far away and biblical. B, someplace in Southern California. Or C, someplace in Wisconsin. If you're a Wisconsin entrepreneur in search of venture capital, the Valley of Death is a bit too close to home. That forbidding term describes the funding gap for early-stage companies caught between their initial rounds of investment, family, friends, founders, and angel investors, and follow-up rounds from venture capitalists. Of course, the same predicament is roughly true for entrepreneurs in many states, not just Wisconsin. Startup companies always find it much harder to obtain venture capital than any other early money, if for no other reason than intense competition. The situation is a bit different in Wisconsin, however, where world-class technology, an emerging entrepreneurial culture, and tax credits for early-stage investors have helped to create companies ready for venture capital. Those companies have shown they are competitive, if only they can secure the next round of investment. Unfortunately for them, Wisconsin is still a place where venture capital is more a mirage than an oasis. A bill to be formally introduced soon in the legislature promises to help Wisconsin entrepreneurs cross that valley of death and grow into productive companies. The focal point of the legislation is the creation of two funds totaling $400 million under the umbrella of a new Wisconsin Venture Capital Authority. The Jobs Now Fund and the Badger Jobs Fund are designed respectively to address Wisconsin's short-term and long-term investment needs. The proposal builds on the success of the widely acclaimed and often duplicated Act 255 tax credits, which were passed in 2005 and enhanced in 2009. Those tax credits have helped enhance early-stage investing in Wisconsin, but largely at the angel capital level, thus creating a need for follow-up investing by venture capital firms in emerging companies. Startup companies are the #1 creators of jobs in Wisconsin and the United States. Efforts such as the Wisconsin Venture Capital Authority bill can help ensure the most promising companies are prepared to cross the valley of death that awaits so many thirsty entrepreneurs.
Thanks, Tom. I'll be right back with Kurt Bauer, president of Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce.
White Hirschbeck Dudek represents companies at all stages of development and in a wide range of industries to navigate the legal challenges of regional, national, and global growth. At WHD, every stage takes center stage.
I'm back with Kurt Bauer of WMC. Thanks for joining us, Kurt.
My pleasure.
In your first month on the job, what's been the biggest surprise in your transition from the Wisconsin Bankers Association to WMC?
Well, things were very lively at the Bankers Association, particularly in the wake of the 2008-2009 financial crisis. The pace really increased, and I think that helped me prepare for WMC, where now we're dealing with a broader swath of issues related to tax policy, environmental policy, energy, basically everything that affects Wisconsin businesses that we're involved in, and there's a steep learning curve as a result.
Two pending pieces of legislation of interest to the business community are telecom modernization and venture capital creation. How does WMC view those bills?
Well, we've had some issues with the telecom bill in past legislative sessions. We're pleased with the compromise that has been reached between all the players and stakeholders, so we are going to support this compromise. As far as the venture capital bill, we're certainly supportive of creating a fertile environment for Wisconsin businesses to start up, but we also want policymakers to remember to don't forget the businesses that are already here. We want to have a tax policy and a regulatory environment that helps startups and helps existing businesses alike.
And what are WMC's top priorities in the state budget bill, which is expected to pass by July?
Well, our number one priority was apparently a priority of the governor and the legislature as well, and that is no tax increases. We've had to endure about $3 billion in new tax and fees over the last 8 years, so we thought it was very important to hold the line on taxes and also address the spending issues that have caused the chronic budget deficits that we've had over the last 12 years. So we're very pleased that this budget recognizes that we need to hold the line on taxes and address the spending issues.
Thanks, Kurt, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, The Show. The show is produced by WisBusiness.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council, and sponsored by Grant Thornton, White Hirschbeck Dudek, MG&E, and UW-Milwaukee. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Shrub. See you next time.